just watch the camera. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Daryl now and Miguel Martinez for the big event at the FISE, Festival International des Sports Extrêmes. What do we have right now?
Miguel, the big event is an understatement. To all the BMX fans around the world, I can't even begin to paint a picture of the energy here. This is explosive. It's the 19th annual FISE World event, which is unreal within itself. But this is the big show, the big final. All the energy has been building, and what we're talking about is the BMX Park Pro Final.
We have 12 riders ready to start, ready to rock, and we have Dominique Granger on site. She will be with us in some seconds with some infos from head judge Bart de Jong. He will tell us how is it gonna run. So, since 5 days you were a FISE virgin. Now, what happens the last 5 days?
Woo! Well, it's been a whirlwind to say the least. If you are watching this around the world, start planning now. Next year is our 20th anniversary, and there are so many special events planned. You have a full year, but get here. Because not only is the level of all the action sports at the top, but the fans are unlike any event I've ever seen in the world. And I have an opportunity to travel the world and announce all the other contests. And I'm not putting any of them down. I'm just putting at the pedestal, the top shelf, the upper tier of how rad the fans are here at FISE. And we had over 500,000 people come through FISE.
Yesterday, we did our new record. Yesterday, we had 180,000 people in here. And I think today is as much as yesterday. So we might reach the 600,000 people, 500 to 600,000 people. It's totally crazy right here, right now in southern France, in Montpellier.
I mean, look at that crowd and the energy. And the thing that's so special, because obviously we have so many BMX fans watching, but if you've never entered a contest before, you know that energy is so important.
Here on the BMX park. Oh my God, the amount of people that there is around us is absolutely insane. The riders, I'm sure, are going to be so amped to be throwing their biggest tricks. And I'm here with Judge Bart de Jong. Bart, how's it going?
Things are going good. Last bit.
Last little stretch here. So what are you going to be looking for in the riders? What can make them win?
Well, we had 15 guys from the start. Down to 24 for the semifinals. The best 12 are here. The level is so close and so high, anybody can win. But we're looking for a number of tricks, height, style, new tricks. You know, like it's the whole package. They have 2 runs and they have to deliver in both runs to make a win.
All right, they have quite some work to do, but I'm sure they are ready to give an amazing show. So stay tuned for the whole time, and we'll catch up with you in just a little bit.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, Dominique Granger and Bart de Jong. He looks kind of fucked up. He had a BMX park, he had BMX mini ramp, and he had a lot of party here at FISE. And we have another party guy right now. He's got a GoPro on the bike. He's a French street superstar, Maxime Charveron, and he's not riding the final, but we have his GoPro POV run. Okay, no talk.
Here we are, FISE Montpellier for the GoPro course preview. I'm Maxime Charveron. Let's check this out, the BMX park. Allez. The double. With the wall. We go for the step up. Woo. Oh. Woo. Hey, that was the BMX Park GoPro preview, and the skate park is looking magnifique this year.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna start with Daryl now and Miguel Martinez. Look at this full crowded stadium, a park built over a river in the middle of Antigone, Montpellier, with 12 of the very best riders in the world out of 150 riders. But the young head judge, kind of tired, but ready for the final, told us it's gonna be 4 heats with 3 riders. Both heats count, and there's the dirty last trick.
The last trick, indeed. We've seen so many firsts go down here at FISE throughout the years, and it's because of that energy. Listen to the roar of the crowd right now. That energy just really can feed a rider. You know, you might have something you've been wanting to try all year long, and you say, you know what, I'm going to throw down, and I'm going to bring my big stuff to the big show.
We had all weekend. Every year we had world first, but this weekend it's getting insane in all the sports. We had world first, and some world firsts are in the pocket right now, and we're gonna see them in this final coming. Don't forget, if you want to share, if you want to tell us to reserve, to check when is the next event, next year FISE in Montpellier, go to FISE.fr, or you can hashtag FISE World, you can add FISE World on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Wine, Periscope, whatever you use, we are there, FISE World. Hashtag FISE World. And you also, if you want to be on the live screen after the event, the Honor live screen, you can go for hashtag FISE Honor, which is our mobile phone sponsor right here in southern France, Montpellier, for the 19th Festival International des Sports Extrêmes, le FISE Action Sport Festival from France.
So we're just getting ready for our riders, but you talked about world's first going down. We actually had in our qualifying, big shout out to Tim Bringer, who brought the first ever backflip double tail whip to bar spin in qualifying, which is insane. If that's just a taste of what we're about to see from our 12 riders as they're lined up, getting ready to be introduced to this crowd of amazing BMX fans.
It's more than 500,000 people coming every year to Montpellier to watch this, one of the biggest action sport events in the world, BMX Pro Final. Every year we finish with this event. We already did all prize givings, all disciplines, but after the thanks from the mayor of Montpellier, we have the BMX Pro Final with a rider's presentation.
So right now we had Jack Clark, Daniel Wiedemeyer, Nick Bruce, who actually won the best trick contest in the spine with the flare windshield wiper. Taking a look out of Florida, that's Brian Fox. We're keeping the big names rolling. That is Pat Casey, hailing from Southern California. Our next rider from Australia had a very impressive showing so far, Brock Honerman. We're going to go to the other side of the world. That's right here. We're looking at Mike Varga, who actually went for a 1260 last year at FISE. Let's see if he brings out the big guns. Taking a look at Daniel Sandoval, always a crowd favorite, Southern California, big jumping variations. That's our winner of our spine event, Mr. Colborn himself, Alex Colborn. And here's always our crowd favorite.
Listen to the crowd now. Everyone getting crazy because everybody in Montpellier loves Mark Webb.
And our top 2 qualifiers, Kevin Peraza, always a crowd favorite as well. You just hear the crowd ramping up.
And best qualified, first qualified. After 150 riders pre-qualification and qualification, we have Logan Martin from Brisbane, Australia.
And let's not forget, Logan placed second in our mini ramp spine competition as well. So he's having a huge weekend coming out here, really looking to make a name on the top. And if you're going to talk about the top of the podium, last year, our 3 top champions, Logan Martin in 3rd, Daniel Dares in 2nd, and Alex Colborn took that top position. Excuse me, those were the spine results right there, but referring to the park, we definitely have our heavy hitters out here who are going to be throwing down.
Okay, so we're gonna start this in some minutes, and it's gonna be insane. Yesterday, I came to the qualifier park, and I saw you for the first time at FISE. You had an amazing smiley, and you were like, this is crazy.
I've never seen anything like this before. Honestly, I'm a lifetime BMX rider. Not only have I been riding my whole life, I get a chance to go to every major action sports event in the world. And right here, the crowd, That's what really separates FISE from any other event I've been to. And the fact that the local government works hand in hand with FISE to make this such an integrated event with downtown Montpellier, where the city just integrates hand in hand, it's so special. But right now we're going to take a look at our first rider who's going to drop. He qualified in 12th. That's right, this is Jack Clark from Great Britain. Now we've seen awesome riding from Jack, especially on our spine competition. He's known for unbelievable talented amount of bar spins. He can throw him so fast both ways, can catch him, and he's also a very technical rider. Our second rider, a crowd favorite as well, Daniel Wiedemeyer, coming from the Netherlands. And to be exact, he's a Red Bull rider. When you see that helmet, you know he can throw down huge tricks. And last year, he did that ginormous Fufnu on the sub box.
I think he posted it on his Instagram like once a month. He was posting this picture. And the last rider in the first heat is going to be Nick Bruce. 3 riders per heat, 4 heats. Nick Bruce from USA. Herbert is going to be the third one. Is the first heat.
Nick Bruce,
first heat.
Tremendous rider. Wishing him a happy birthday as well. Yesterday, he got the best trick in the spine competition. He did the flare windshield wiper. First time ever in a contest that we saw that. Big shout out to TJ Lavin, one of his sponsors and one of the great riders of dirt, cheering on Nick Bruce right now. So we're getting ready to launch our riders coming on in. The energy here is building. There's just there's like a electricity through the air. It's so amazing that you don't normally see at many BMX events.
So full packed, amazing. I think FISE has never been that full as this year. More than 500,000 people.
I can't even believe
everybody,
this.
Since 1 hour, people were trying to find a place. People were trying to find a place to watch this because the area is totally full packed. And Catfish, our MC, is going crazy for the first rider.
So we see Catfish on the deck along with our 3 judges, Bart de Jong, Hank, also known as David Cleworth, and the world-famous dirt rider, BB, who are going to be up there looking for riders to strut their stuff. They're going to be judged on amplitude and speed, flow and style, difficult and technical, and also the way a rider explores the park.
And now, show will go on.
Catfish gives a thumbs up. You know, he knows how to work the crowd and also drop the riders. He is the conductor out here. So we got Jack Clark locked and loaded. DJ Mike Rock on the turntables, ready to drop our first track and bring in the heat here at our 2015 BMX Park Final.
This is not a soccer stadium, ladies and gentlemen. It's a river in the middle of a French town in southern France called Montpellier. We built this huge park on top of the river, and we have hundreds of thousands of people watching us right now. We have a live stream in French and English, and we're gonna be with you for the next 1.5 till 2 hours of this amazing event in Montpellier. Now you can see the water on the right side and this huge park. So
Jack Clark is dropping in.
First rider to go. This is it.
BMX Park Final starts now with the double tail whip out of Jack Clark. Carving around that curved berm. Throwing a quick tuck no-hander over that box jump backwards. Big flare. Jack looking to start things off. Nice extension on that Superman seat grab. Yeah! Bonking his front peg dark side right there. Double bar spin up. Oh!
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you will listen to the crowd cheering for him. They know how it works.
Now Miguel, it looked like he might have slipped his pedal right there. Good recovery, quick bunny hop down that ledge. First rider actually saw utilize that even in our qualifying. So again, the judges want to see the way that a rider uses the entire course, built, custom designed for this event, and this event in particular. Yeah, nice can-can there over
transfer
that hip. Quick feeble to bar spin out, so that is going to wrap it up for Jack Clark's first run.
We did not have a time for the run, but I think it's as long as the rider can take it under the southern French sun. And it's going to be, yeah, more or less 1 minute. But, you know, this is not a TV event. We broadcast this all around the world, but it's not like you got 45 seconds and then get the hell out. You have your time to show all what you can do, to show all what you wanna do, wanna show to this crazy audience right here. Next rider is gonna be the Dutch rider Daniel Wedemeyer, big fan of FISE, coming every year since years and dropping amazing tricks like the big Fufanu we saw last year.
Yeah, Daniel's been having a tremendous year out in Amsterdam, always a crowd favorite. Listen to the roar right here. Not only is he a great rider, but he's quite the showman. He always tends to look for the biggest lines on the course. He loves to do big transfers, big rotations, and he utilizes that back brake. So that right out of the gate, putting the throttle down. Oh!
Transfer.
Tail whip transfer right there. Nice 360. I love the way that he just leaned back and fell into that lip. Did a quick wall tap into a 360 tail whip coming up. Foot jam to set up towards the box jump. What's it gonna be? Yeah, great 3-hit combo. 360 X up to turn down. Daniel putting the gas on again. Where is he going? Oh!
Wall tap at the VIPs on the fence. This is amazing. Wedemeyer show going on right out of Amsterdam right now. Come on, here we go.
Yeah, Daniel keeping the run going. Cheering on the crowd right there. That was a great first run. Again, if you're just joining us, if you just tuned in, we've got 12 riders. They're going to be taking 2 runs. Both runs count. Our judges want to see a unique approach each run, and right now we're taking a look at that wall tap from Daniel, and here is another one on the gate. Right on that metal grate, you got to make sure that your tire is sideways, not vertical, so you don't go right in between.
And we still have one rider to go, ladies and gentlemen, for this first hit. It's Mr. Nick Bruce. It's not him? Huh? There he is.
So Nick Bruce coming out of Youngstown, Ohio, tremendous rider. A lot of strength and power, but definitely has that finesse.
Oh.
Yeah, blasting on out. Look at that flip, totally off axis. Nick Bruce coming back at us with a tuck no-hander. Big transfer tail whip wall ride. Right on, Nick Bruce, good way to turn around with the foot plant on the wall.
Traveling around the corner with a tail whip on the box, going back to the quarter.
So Nick Bruce setting up, he likes to go big. Oh, total off axis, 720, somewhere between that 360 flip, yes.
Oh, flare whip.
Nick Bruce coming back at us, carving around the bowl. How is he gonna utilize the last few moments of his run?
Some flatland tricks.
Yeah, some type of lip trick right there. Bar spin into the vert wall. Big no-hander with a backflip for good measure.
And this is it, first trick of Mr. Nicky Bruce.
Nice run from Nick Bruce.
We've seen the 3 first riders once. They all have 2 runs and 1 last trick. So we're gonna take the same riders once again. First we have the highlights of Nick Bruce.
Beautiful tail whip coming out of that wall ride. So nice that we transferred. Big part of that wall, was able to kick it around, but most importantly, caught the transition really high to keep his momentum rolling, and that's part of the reason he had a great run. He had flow beginning to end and maintained his speed the entire time.
So next one to drop, it's gonna be Jack Clark again, out of the UK, Essex. And here we go. Nose wheelie on the table.
Yeah, hitting that front peg right there, giving it some style. Ooh, very nice 360 bar spin to tabletop. Trike money style, just flowing through the park. Jack Clark, double bar spin coming up with that 360, almost a 450 on the hip. Yeah, pumping on through. 540 double bar spin. So smooth. Unbelievable. Jack Clark really in his zone right here, but this is the make or break of any run. The crucial moments, yes! Wrapping around the head tube. You see his feet just dangling, waiting for the pedals and smashing down so clean on that decade air out of Jack Clark.
What an amount of trick after trick after trick. No-handed suicide kind of. Another one over the hip.
Oh, airing over
And
the
going
hitching
to the
post.
audience. Oh!
Into the crowd right there. Big air over that post. You got to make sure you don't hang up the back wheel and you just blast it on through. So we're going to take a look at Jack. Look at that downside 360 tail whip right in between that decade air. So cool. And the thing I really liked about that was the fact that he waited so long to put his feet on the pedals and just stomped in clean on the landing.
Showman from Amsterdam, Daniel Wedemeyer, is back on track for the second run. All riders have 2 runs and the best run counts, and this is going to be the second one for Daniel Wedemeyer. Best trick in Chengdu. Last year, FISE World Chengdu. And it was a fufunu like it always is. He already had 2 wall taps on the first run. We will see some stunt right now with Daniel Wedemeyer, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Starting things out with a big ice pick 360 X up. Daniel, a rider that loves to flow, and I love that 360 just dropping backwards right there into the wall tap that we've seen on the first run. Going the opposite direction with a look back air. Throwing down a quick foot jam, setting up for the, I was gonna say the box jump, but no.
Oh, full jump transfer on top of that box.
And a 360 tail tap. Oh,
make some noise for Daniel Wedemeyer, everybody. Yes, I mean you. Everybody in front of the screen, make some noise for Daniel Wedemeyer, please.
Wow.
This is only the first heat. We're going to have an amazing BMX Pro Park final here at FISE Montpellier.
Wow, so Daniel going up on top of that sub box, using his foot to jam in the front wheel. Unreal. So he's going to try to make the most here and kind of recover a little bit. Big flare. And going to pop out.
This is it.
Had that crash right there, but still a great run from Daniel. So again, just the highlight, went right up with that foot jam, balancing on the front tire, and such a crazy trick because you got to have your weight over the handlebars. This is what we're seeing right here. On the sub box and then dropping down almost 10 feet into the quarter pipe.
And directly after that, pulling a trick on the, how you call it?
Hitching post, which is the sub rail.
On the post,
and you got to be so technical in order to find that spot. A rider that uses brakes wasn't able to get that rotation around and stick it clean. But very impressive run from Daniel Wedemeyer.
So, 2 riders done, still got 1. It's Nick Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to go in a red shirt, Nick Bruce. It's gonna be 1 minute of pure BMX right now at FISE Montpellier. The end of the first final heat. Make some noise! Here we go. Yes!
What? Yeah! Nick turning it up in his second run. Big backflip drop in. You see you have to go kind of a little bit sideways, so it's the flare drop in. Whoa!
Oh, no!
Ah, Nick. Giving the thumbs up right there. I'm going to give Nick a round of applause right there. Going for that 360 downside tail whip and kicking the frame the other way. Taking a look. Boom, and then just missing his pedals.
He was so high over that box.
So again, in our spine competition, Nick won best trick by doing that exact trick in a flare. So he did a backflip 180 with that tail whip one way, kicked the frame back the other way.
He still got some time. Maybe he will do a couple of tricks, or maybe just will wait for the best trick. No, he's back on track with a backflip, side flip, bar spin.
Oh, there you go.
He's done it again.
Nice redemption. The crowd rewarding him with a huge round of applause.
Yes.
Big flare tail whip. Not easy to come back from a crash, and that was a hard one indeed. Whoa, getting tech right there. Tail whip, foot jam, tail whip. So Nick Bruce having that crash, but really recovering. Not even looking phased out here.
And everybody cheering and shouting for Miss Nick Bruce right now.
Tuck no-hander, looking for the big solid bookend, and there he does. Front flip. Did not see that one coming out of Nick Bruce, and that is how you put an exclamation point in bold at the end of your run. So Nick having that crash, but coming back strong. So we've got our first 3 riders. They took both of their runs, and now we're going to have our best trick, where the riders are going to have 3 attempts at a best trick that's not going to count towards the overall score, but going to be judged as a separate category. So the rider has an opportunity to kind of look at the course their own way and say, hey, do I want to get technical? Do I want to go for something big? Do I want to do big in tech? And right now we got Jack Clark eyeballing up his line, which looks like it might be on that vert wall, Miguel.
Or over the vert wall. He also did on the mini ramp on a sub box. So it's kind of the same. It's just 2 times as big as on the sub box on the vert ramp. Getting some advice from Mr. Mark Webb himself. Or maybe they're calling someone with the Honor phone of Mark Webb.
Knowing Mark Webb, he's probably putting something out on his Instagram. You can follow him at The Webby Show. Mark's always known to put up some funny stuff, not only of his bike riding, his friends, but also of car drifting.
He just puts everything he finds in his Instagram flow, Mark Webb. So this is Jack Clark right now.
So Jack eyeballing up, getting a few pointers, some catfish up there as well.
Okay, Montpellier.
All eyes on Jack Clark. Yeah. There you go, a little bit of rider support from Catfish never hurts anybody. So Jack Clark.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A last trick for Jack Clark. Big up to everybody watching us from the UK. What is he gonna do?
Again, Jack's such a tremendous rider. He's got so many tricks up his sleeves. He has the ability to do crazy bar spins, also that downside Smith stall as well. Let's see what he's gonna do. All right,
it's gonna
Jack
be on
Clark.
the wall. It's gonna be on that wall. Here we go.
Oh.
No.
Landon.
That's not it. Something more to do.
Landon a little flat right there. It looks like he might have missed his front peg. It looks like he wants to go over the top, maybe smash his peg as like a dark downside Smith stall.
Same he did 2 days ago at the mini ramp. No, yesterday at the mini ramp, isn't it?
Yeah, but he went fakey actually,
Yeah.
and he came in. But again, as you mentioned, this setup is about twice as big, even though it was huge over on the mini ramp.
Okay. One more try. 3, 2, 1 counted from the whole crowd.
Come on, Jack.
Yes.
All right, Jack Clark coming in. Oh!
No.
He did hit his peg that time, though, pulling to the quarter pipe. And I got to tell you, Miguel, you know, it's very impressive on its own, but this is FISE. So maybe...
This is Sparta.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like this the next 2 hours. Every rider gonna be at every hit a bit worse. It's getting crazy right now. Here we go, Jack Clark.
Oh.
Yes. Done. That's it. Seriously, Jack?
Well, you get 3 runs that count with the judges, but we see so many times here for the fans. And as you mentioned, the great thing about FISE, this event is for the riders, by the riders. Everything revolves around what a rider wants to do. That goes from the course designs down to the setups, down to as many runs as a rider wants to take, which is so special, and it really comes across in the event as well.
Exactly.
So we're going to see if Jack is going to take another swing. It looks like he actually might have rode off the course, opening things up for Daniel Wiedemeyer. So from Amsterdam.
So I'm calling it a Fufanu on top of the quarter at the fence where the VIPs are. I know you don't have to call it.
Calling him
but
out right there.
I know.
Look at you
and I know
calling
it's
him
impossible.
out.
I know it's impossible, but that's the kind of freak stuff Daniel is doing.
Daniel, that's Miguel calling you out, not me. I just want to be very clear. That's Miguel Martinez calling you out. Definitely not words from my mouth. But if you do happen to go for it, I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it.
Allez, Daniel!
Getting in that zone. You know how much of riding is that focus, making the impossible possible. The crowd is building right now. Daniel is dropping in, and he is pinning the throttle. Where's he going? Oh!
Okay, I was wrong. It was a crazy flare transfer. Okay, I was wrong.
Wow. So I had an opportunity to walk the course and hang out on it a little bit earlier today, and that ramp and that transfer is actually a lot further and set back than it looks here on video. It's a very unique, awkward angle, and the fact that Daniel's only one of the only guys who even hit that transfer in their runs, and now he's going for that flare transfer very hard because that ramp is set back a ways and off to the side as well.
And he has to go before he throws the flare transfer. He has to go all the way up the box, up the table before he can do the flare transfer. So it's no time for preparing himself, just speeding through the park.
And Miguel, it's a good point. It makes the difficulty actually increase because you see it's a little reverse step up, and it almost sucks your speed up a little because it's not a traditional transition he's going on.
Come on, Montpellier!
Oh my gosh, look at that crowd. Are you kidding me? It's a BMX event. I love it. This is FISE, and this is Daniel Wiedemeyer. This is... Oh!
Yeah! Come on, what a jump. Oh, he got it.
Big ups, Daniel. Big ups to our fans. Cheering Daniel on, giving him the power to do that huge flare transfer.
Easy second try. Mr. Daniel Wiedemeyer representing Holland. Okay, one more rider, one more last trick, one more best trick. This is Nick Bruce, ladies and gentlemen.
So Nick Bruce, we know, has a big bag of tricks. As mentioned, he did that flare windshield wiper in the BMX spine event, but right now he's eyeballing something else on top of that vert wall maybe. So it's either a huge sub box. I mean, look at that. That sub box is almost double his height. Well over a 10-foot mark. It looked like a 12-foot sub box.
Okay.
So we're taking a park overview right now as Nick Bruce is eyeballing up what he wants to do and put his own Pablo Picasso, if you would.
His own Pablo Picasso, I love it.
Well, you know, these guys are they're warriors and they're artists in their own right out here. So they've got their own style to work with, and they also have to show the cojones to wind up following through with what they're doing. And Nick Bruce, we know, is a tremendous rider. Big style, big tricks. And Nick Bruce doing it for Torque. TJ Lavin. So Nick Bruce.
I heard something for the French broadcast.
Oh!
Double whip to fakie. Nice.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. Yeah, Nick.
So, this is it, or there's some more stuff in it? Double whip to fakie.
Here we go. Oh!
Hitting the head.
Actually looks like he rang his bell a little bit. Trying to take another look. 1, 2, and then just landing a little bit back. Oh, and ringing his bell. Nick actually rides for Cali Protection. You can check out a really cool promo online of him riding for his helmet right there. But I think that was a promo within itself. But he's got a smile on his face. Thankfully back up, waving to the crowd. And I think he's going to wave that one on off.
He's out. Okay.
I'm glad to see him smiling. Definitely ringing the bell a little bit right there.
Thank you very much, Nick Bruce. So now we're gonna go to the next heat.
So that's the first 3 riders down. Our next heat of riders gonna be getting ready to drop in. They're just gonna warm up for a moment. So we got heat number 1 down. That was Jack Clark, Daniel Wiedemeyer, and Nick Bruce. All took their 3 runs. And right now,
we're looking
leading.
at
Scores coming in. So Daniel Wiedemeyer is going to pop into that top spot with an 83.33. So that's going to set the bar, the standard, where every other rider is going to try to get on top of. And we got Jack Clark coming in with an 80.00, so an 80 even. And then we got USA's Nick Bruce with the 79 even. So those are your three scores. Again, that 83.33 is going to be the score to beat. That was set the standard right there by Daniel Wiedemeyer. 2 great runs, really only had that 1 touchdown on top of the hitching post. And again, the best trick does not count towards these scores. The best trick is a separate thing and a separate award that we're putting out there. Both runs count. So we're going to take a look at a few highlights.
Nice. Wiedemeyer with that wall tap, made in Amsterdam, like always. Crazier wall tap at the VIPs.
And then Nick Bruce, off-axis 360 backflip, kind of corked out 7.
The last trick, the front flip of Nicky Bruce.
Great way to end the run. Beautiful tabletop after that 360 bar spin. And here's a look at that foot jam, one of the highlights from the first runs right there.
Definitely.
And then Nick Bruce exploding on his second run with a backflip drop in. And there's a look. The thrill of victory coming back after his crash, pulling that windshield wiper 360.
Wiedemeyer's last trick in the flare transfer, almost to water jump. Every year we see some rider water jump. We had one in skateboard. I don't know if we had one in amateur, but we might have a pro feeling to go for a bit of swimming in the Les River right now.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look at our next riders coming up here. This is Brian Fox from the USA. Shout out to all of the Florida riders, Deerfield Beach. We know that the FL BMX crew is strong and they're cheering him on. Our next rider is Pat Casey, 22 years young. Pat, a new husband and dad from California, has one of the coolest backyards in BMX, and an Australian who's been making a huge name for himself out here, Brock Orneman, has been ripping it up. And I got to tell you, I had a chance to hang out with Brock yesterday and watch some of the qualifying. Awesome rider, even better person. Super psyched to see him out here in the finals. Well deserved, and we're going to see him strut his stuff coming up in just a moment. But what we're talking about right now is Brian Fox dropping in with about a minute on the clock. But again, as you said,
restart.
Just warming up still. He's just warming up. That wasn't his run.
I hope he did not hurt himself. I think they're gonna give him a restart, isn't it?
I hope so. I mean, sometimes you know, just kind of get the ball rolling.
This is it for Brian Fox.
All right, so Brian Fox dropping in.
Here we go.
Hopefully
Brian
the judges
Fox.
kind of give him a little bit of a restart right there. But,
I think.
You know, it's not our call. It's definitely our 3 judges. Whoa! Turning it up right there. 1080. That is 3 360s. Are you kidding me? 360, 720, 1080. Unreal.
What an air over the quarter, crossing the whole park. Huge whip transfer. And the next stunt coming after that foot jam.
So Brian Fox right now, which is so important, is to keep his momentum flowing. Throwing down a flare, dropping back in, quick manual over the driveway. Tail whip at height, nice, around 5-6 foot mark. Getting his flow going. Toothpick hangover, a little bit of street right there, which is nice, using that front peg. And boom, coming back, 1080. How about it right there? Mr. Brian Fox. Again, big shout out to all of our Florida riders who are definitely glued to the computer cheering on. We're going to take a look. 1, 2,
and 3.
And then there is an off-axis barrel roll backflip bar spin.
So the judges gave him the time to restart, and he could finish a perfect first run. Both runs are counting, and now we're gonna see the first run of Mr. Pat Casey.
So Pat Casey gracing the cover of the New Ride BMX magazine. Big flare bar spin. What?
Whoa. Are you okay, Pat? Restart. Come on, come on, come on.
So Pat going down. Let's see if he's all right.
I don't know. Looks like he feels like stopping right now.
Pat is as tough as they come, but he definitely went down hard right there. If he's kind of taking a breather for a minute, that definitely means he went down. So we're going to take a look right here, going upside down. Looked like a decade flip, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take another
look.
look.
On the handlebar.
Wild trick right there. It looks like a backflip with a decade, so his bike almost winds up staying stationary as he flips around. Such a crazy, wild trick.
And it's, again, Kevin Peraza fixing the bike, isn't it? It's Kevin?
His monster teammate down there. Also, Vans riders. Again, shout out to the bad boy, Jerry Batters. The entire Vans BMX crew, I definitely know watching right now, cheering on their riders.
Kevin was also fixing bikes at the mini ramp competition. That's
Bike
a
mechanic
yeah.
on his resume.
Here we go, do that.
Oh! Coming out huge right there. Brock Horneman, backflip with the bar spin and tail whip in there.
Oh, huge 450 whip.
So Brock, downside tail whip, catching the transition. Yo, tons of height right there, hitting that pop button. Kicking a double tail whip up. Nice little hand plant. That's a great way to turn around and utilize the course. Brock over the camel, yeah! 360 downside tail whip, landing a little flat, but still able to keep going, and boom, nice extension use.
That's a very nice line he's using right now. I think the judge is going to reward that.
And Brock is utilizing every single ramp he hits, whether it's tech with that foot jam, bar spin, or a hand plant. Big run out of Brock. The crowd knows it, cheering him on. Great first showing out here from Brock Horneman.
And a massive first trick. Here we got it.
Backflip, bar spin to tail whip. So much going on. 3 hits in 1. And look at the height. His back end actually up over the sub box, which again, that's at like the 12-foot mark. So he's getting tons of air, and I loved that transfer out of the camel into the step down with the backflip.
So, are we gonna have Pat Cassi's first run now? What are the judges saying?
That brings up a good question.
No. We go back to Brian Fox.
But Brian Fox had that restart.
Yeah.
Again, we're not giving the official call. The judges are up in the tower, but we're going to see what they wind up doing with Pat Casey.
Oh, 1080 again.
Are you kidding? Consistent on one of the hardest tricks out there, the 1080, 3 rotations.
Bar spin, backflip, transfer over the hip. Coming back to the park with his tail whip.
So one thing to note, both runs count, but judges do want to see variety, and that's something that our head judge, Bart DeJong, definitely focused on, is we want to see variety in the 2 different runs, and that could definitely affect scoring in some ways.
It will. It will.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice use, kind of coming down, cutting the angle hard, and then throwing a flare. Smooth tail whip. But again, I believe we saw that in his first run. Coming up right now, 270. I still can't believe Brian threw down 2 1080s. Whoa.
720 now.
I believe that. Was that opposite? Might get a, let's see a replay of that. Check the rotation.
Okay. This was the second run of Brian Fox, ladies and gentlemen. All riders have 2 runs, both count, and they still got the last trick. Next rider, it's gonna be Pat Casey. He had no first run.
Good, nice to see Pat back in the game again. If Pat goes down, you know it's a hard one.
He had a bad slam at the beginning of the first run, and this is gonna be his second and first run also. Here we go.
There
now
you
He
go.
nailed it. He nailed it now.
Good for you, Pat. Yeah, kicking that double tail whip up, foot jam. Pat is fueled up in that zone. Boom.
Nice. I love it. That late whip. Doing a 360 at the last moment, putting a whip on top.
Little cherry on the sundae, if you would. But Pat Casey in that zone, over the box again. Oh, beautiful. I loved seeing that nosedive right there on that second tail whip. So over the handlebars.
Oh,
Pat
hang
going
on.
down. think he's all right. Might just be a little winded. Talk about a gladiator. Yeah, round of applause for Pat Casey right there.
Falling in both rounds, sadly.
Going down hard, but like I said, he's tough cookie indeed.
He landed 2 years ago world first at the best trick. Maybe we will see him in some minutes for a best trick again. But after 2 slams, I don't know how he feels. We're gonna have the best trick of Brian Fox right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 2, riding from Volkel BMX, this is Brock Horneman!
No, it's not Brian Fox, it's Brock Horneman.
So Horneman coming in, great backflip, so comfortable going upside down. Bar spin to tuck no-hander. So Brock going up right there, 450 tail whip. Quick foot jam to bar spin. We're seeing very similar to his first run, where he's utilizing every single ramp. Hung up a little bit, but not phased at all. Back on it right there. Been so impressed with Brock's riding. There you go, catching another quick hand plant.
And a foot jam.
Truck driver, this time catching a little bit more of that transition. Off-axis flip. So again, this is kind of similar to his first run, but again, we're going to see what the judges think. They were really clear in the riders' meeting that they want to see 2 different runs, but again, so impressive. Big ups to Brock. Can't believe how he's got those flips on lock like that to throw different variations. We saw the tail whip with the bar spin, and then we saw a bar spin with the no-hander. So boom, bam,
Here it is.
boom.
A huge no-hander.
And there is that off-axis flip. The step down, so cool. So that's going to wrap up the 2 runs from our second heat, but now it's best trick.
So the 1080, the 2 times 1080, 1 per run, showed with the finger on the box. So he's gonna do something on the box as a last trick. Brian Fox, right here.
Oof.
Look at this crowd, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. This is Montpellier FISE.
You see Brian getting in the zone. This is the moment, you know, he flew over here for, if you are a rider, you know the moment of truth when you have not done something over a jump, over a box jump, over a dirt jump, and you know you're about to roll the dice and you're going to throw it. You see Brian Fox putting the music on. You see the crowd pumping him up.
Yes.
And this is the moment you get in that zone, and this right here is a warrior getting in the ring. Brian Fox in that zone. I have no idea what he's about to throw.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
He's going for 1440.
Are you kidding? That
He's going for a
rotations?
1440. He's going for a 1440. I hope he's doing good. I hope he's doing good. Oh my God.
You have to be kidding.
Has someone ever landed this before?
To the best of my knowledge, no. To the best of my knowledge, no. There's a couple of riders who have come semi-close.
Not even in foam pit?
I have never seen anybody pull this before.
He needed 90 degrees more. The spin wasn't ready.
I know that Todd Main I've seen before do at 1260 and
Watch
land
the
fakey.
replay.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, so close, coming off the back of his bike right there. So as I said, we've seen Todd Main before on a resi landing actually do a 1260 and land fakie. And we had Mike Varga go for a 1260 on a quarter pipe. Same with Harry Main, but to the best of my knowledge, I have never seen a 1440.
He's back. No way.
And again, if there's any riders around the world, correct me if I'm wrong. Send a tweet at Daryl Now.
The French stream Matthias Augry told us it would be a world first in the competition, definitely. Oh, but he's the last 360 was more at 270.
Getting some pointers right here from the Webby show.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. Brock Horneman. Brian Fox.
Brian Fox. We talked about being in the zone. Right now, making Florida BMX proud. hometown of Deerfield Beach. On the box, again, you see riders, they wind up putting music on, make that conduit for the impossible possible. And this crowd right here, over 100,000 people. Yesterday you said we were 180, and there's more people here today.
Oh my God.
Cheering on for a world first out of Brian Fox.
Come on, there it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
The crowd is going nuts.
40. Here
Brian
we go.
Fox, can he do it?
Oh! Oh! You got it! Come on, Brian!
So close.
He's got it. He's got it. That's amazing.
Are you kidding? So again, you got 3 tries with the judges, but so much of it is depending what a rider's feeling. He's shaking his head. I don't know if he's coming back. Maybe right now he's just giving a wave to the crowd.
He cannot leave. He has to come back. Come on. No.
So let's take a look right here.
1, 2, 3. No.
Ah, so right there was 3. That was a 1080. Again, he wanted to put 1 more for that 1440. So right there, maybe he wasn't feeling that rotation. And again, we're calling it as we see it up here.
Okay.
So we just saw he went for 3, fell in a 1080. So he's probably saying, hey, I'm not in that zone. And again, so much of his mental. But talking about mental, Pat Casey coming back, and he's going to be entered in the best trick after his 2 runs. So Pat eyeballing something on that step up right there. Again, Pat has been one of the leaders of the new school as far as jumping variations, along with Daniel Sandoval. In the last few years, you've seen a lot of crazy decade variations. You've seen a lot of off-axis 3s, tail whips, and bar spins out of those variations as well. Pat Casey, tremendous rider, not only on dirt, but also in park. And if he's eyeballing up that step up, you have a feeling right now, Miguel, he's going to throw something insane. Pat Casey getting in that zone.
Getting some speeds.
Oh! He switched camera angles, but it looked like maybe a truck to downside 360 tail whip, but maybe 180 and he was going to land fakie. It's a little bit hard to tell from our house up here. But it looked like maybe some type of truck to 180 downside tail whip where maybe he was going to land backwards, if I'm not mistaken. So we've seen Pat do trucks. We've seen him do a truck to downside 3 before.
How you do this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So amazing. It's a PlayStation game. Just press circle, triangle, triangle, triangle. Here we go again. Pat Casey, ladies and gentlemen. Come on!
Oh, so close.
He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that.
Talk about the warrior spirit out here, just taking it. You were talking about hitting PlayStation controllers. He right now is pressing send it, just letting it rip for the crowd.
Yes, 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 yes. Ouch.
Ooh.
He smashed his head, he's okay. And everybody, watch everybody standing up. Ay, 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 ay.
Big ups to you, Pat, putting on a show for the crowd. So let's take a look one more time. Slow-mo, 180 truck, downside, 360 tail whip. It's almost that decade in there. It's so hard to tell in between. We were talking about this earlier. There's a lot of riders, we even asked them, and they're like, you know what? It's somewhere in between. If I'm feeling one way, it's, you know, a decade. If I'm feeling another way, it's a 360 down whip. So, you know, gonna see right now what the judges think. Scoring, they've got a lot going on. Oh, but excuse me, I stand corrected. We still have Brock Hornman, who's yet to come in and take his best trick run.
Pat Casey again. Pat Casey again.
Oh.
Nope.
So the angle just changed, but Pat going down, getting back to his feet. Again, big round of applause roaring from our crowd out here.
Is he done now, Pat?
think now he might be riding off. And again, big ups to you, Pat Casey, putting on quite a show, a gladiator, just taking some haymakers right there. So Brock Horniman is going to drop on in. Brisbane, Australia.
Yes.
Popping a flare bar spin with ease. Let's see where he's going to go with that. Feeling he's going to throw a few variations in. Oof. You see the handlebars right there, warming up that grease in the headset. He spun his bars around 2 times. We're hearing Catfish call out some tricks, but again, until the rider does it, we don't want to put any words in their mouth. Ooh, double bar spin flare right there.
First try, easy. We had massive riding of Brock Horniman right now.
So Brock throwing down right there. Again, we're going to take a look at some replays coming up. The judges are going to have a few moments to tally up scores. So if you're just joining us, this is the FISE World Series BMX Park Final. We've got 12 of the world's best. We started with the 150 and cut the pack down. All of our riders are going to have 2 runs apiece, and then they're going for best tricks out here, and we're going to see where the scores sit.
Okay, we have Dominic on side right now with some of the riders. We'll see what she got to say. Dominic? Yes? No? Yeah!
We just finished the second pool, and already what we're seeing is absolutely amazing. An attempt at 1440, really, this is insane. Like, and the people here are just encouraging so much the riders. I'm sure you said it many times already in the studio, but this is really what the FISE spirit is all about. Having the chance to do best trick, having the chance to try it again, and really having the chance to try stuff that have never been landed before. So we are ready to see more of that.
Thank you very much, Dom Granger, on-field reporter at FISE on this BMX Park Final. Now we're gonna have the results. We're waiting for the results after those 2 heats. Brock Horniman, massive riding. Brock Horniman, 86 points.
So Brock Horniman raising the bar. 86 is the score to beat. Daniel Wiedemeyer now is in that second place with an 83.33. And Brian Fox, Mr. 1080 himself, with an 81.66. So those are your top 3. We still have 6 more riders to go, but rounding it out was Jack Clark, and then Pat Casey was in that end spot right there. But we're going to take a look at Pat Casey wrapping around that head tube. So impressive. Here's that flip transfer by Mr. Brock Horniman. That bar spin to tuck, no-handed backflip.
And Brian Fox in the transfer with too much sunshine with
the twist of the bars. Let's just put it that
the bar
way.
spin. Thank you.
The twist of the bars.
It's a very long week with long party time. A lot of emceeing.
Emphasis on the party time. Again, if you just joined us, plan for next year. So our 19th, next year will be 20. We have so many surprises here at the FISE World Series. Get out here, do yourself a favor.
And you know, if you book now, maybe you get a trip US to France, or Australia to France, or Japan to France. Maybe you get a trip for 200 or 300 euros.
So right now we're taking a look at our next riders. This is heat number 3. Mike Varga from Canada rides at Toronto Joyride 150. Our next rider is Daniel Sandoval from Corona, California, 21 years old, doing it for Red Bull, doing it for Vans. And our third rider is Alex Colborne. The UK destroyer rode so well yesterday, actually took first place in our spine competition 2 years in a row. So you know Alex is a tremendous rider, and there's so many fans around the world who are cheering him on, especially Adam out at Owl's Head Park in Brooklyn is a huge Alex Colborne fan, and he told me if you come out here, let Alex know that we're cheering him on, and he's one of our favorites. But we're going back to the top and talk about a favorite. This is Mike Varga coming on in.
Toronto represent Mike Varga. Here we go! 360 double whip.
Mike Varga, big rider, has been having a tremendous couple of years, making a real name for himself. Rode so well earlier this year at the Simple Session event. Yeah, Varga just floating down with that bar spin. A big transfer wall ride. In the zone, so smooth. Miguel.
Over the camel.
I love the way that he caught that transition too.
Lip staff, and here we go again. Hitting the wall. Mike Varga, flare X up.
The beautiful thing, going back to that 360 tail up to bar spin, is just so smooth and consistent between the two tricks, linking them together. Yes, downside 360 tail whip.
Oh, flip to the table, up to the table. This is it. Thank you very much, Mike Varga, ladies and gentlemen.
Varga doing it for DK, Monster, Fox, and every single Canadian out there. We know that tons of fans at Joyride are cheering him on right now. So we're gonna take a look over the box, so smooth. I mean, that's the thing with Mike Varga, his entire run, especially here, so fluid. It was like the back of his end of his bike went the same rotation speed as his handlebars, able to pass it out. It was almost very similar to a flatland rider, but right now, Daniel Sandoval turning things up.
Here we go, Daniel Sandoval.
Yes. Talk about a beast. We mentioned Sandoval pushed the limits of BMX jumping for the last few years, and he's coming out of the gate proving that statement true.
Oh, DK3?
Somewhere in between right there. 360 tail whip, so cool.
Front flip up the table, a bar spin and back to the wall. Oh!
Whoa!
Triple?
I believe that was 3 times around. Again, from our perspective, a little hard to see with that camera angle change, but Sandoval.
On fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Big run out of Sandoval. Big round of applause.
Daniel Sandoval. Nice to have you back.
Listen to the
Montpellier.
roar. The roar of the crowd loves Sandoval in the house.
Yes. KZ, nice to have you back in Montpellier. 2 years without Sandoval and now perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to book your flight, 4 till 8th of May 2016 is going to be the 20 years of FISE. 4 till 8th of May 2016. 20 years of FISE, and we want you to be here. Maybe we can hit for 1 million of people in here.
It's a crazy thing, it's not even a stretch.
So
there's well over 500,000 people, but right now we're looking at Alex Colborn, the total BMX rider, doing it for Monster as well. We mentioned Colborn has won the spine competition 2 years in a row. So he also finished in 7th last year with big tricks. He's got super tech. He goes both ways, and he also can throw down enormous jumping variations.
Here we go. Alex Colborn, showtime. 720. Front flip, tuck no hander over the thing. How you call it?
It's a step up right there. 2 transitions, a little bit of an elevation change.
Oh, going to a foot jam, I think.
Talk about an elevation change on top of that wall ride.
Come on, Alex Colborn.
Look at Colborn. He's got a flat. Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me. This is the same thing that happened at Simple Session. Alex, in his final runs, getting a flat tire. This is history repeating himself. It was just a month or 2 earlier in Estonia, wound up getting a flat tire 20 seconds into his run.
Catfish is beside him. I think the judge is going to give him another chance. The tuck no-handed front flip.
Talk about lady luck not being on your side right there. Is he on someone else's bike? Is that
He's
Mark
gonna
Webb?
finish. He's gonna finish with another bike.
Whose bike is that?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's one of his total teammates. Are you kidding me? On a borrowed bike, the geometry.
That's not even his bike.
This is ridiculous.
That's Mark Webb's bike.
Whatever. The fact that you're on a borrowed bike, if the geometry is off by 1/4 of an inch, it feels so different. A few millimeters and a bike feels entirely different. Right now, Colborn is just putting on a tech display.
Maybe now he can do all the web lip tricks. With this bike, he could do all the web lip tricks. He's got the second bike of Mark Webb. Mark came with 2 bikes.
That is how you're prepared if you're a total BMX rider.
That's a pro, total BMX pro.
He probably saw Alex Colborn at Simple Session and said, you know what, you're going to get a blowout. I'm not going to have that happen to my bike. So he was prepared. I'm sure the frames are very similar. They're teammates. They probably ride similar bike setups. But at the same time, it's nice that he came prepped. His teammate right there helping him out.
Maybe he prepared the back tire to have the total BMX promotion. Mike Varga again with the second run, ladies and gentlemen.
So Varga back to the top. Yes, there again. That's that combination, but so smooth and fluid. Transferring from a tail whip to a bar spin and a double.
270 into the transition, wall ride over the channel. Over the camel, a 720!
Big ups, Varga, big 7. You can tell he's psyched, holding on for dear life right there. Wild ride.
And still going on, Mike Varga, Toronto, Canada represent with a flair.
So Varga going to try to utilize the end of the clock.
Yes.
Oh, wow, getting tech. That would have been super impressive. It looked like he went for a 180 bar spin to a 540 cab. Big ups, Varga.
Mike Varga show right now.
That 720 was so cool. I mean, that's the unique thing about BMX too. Sometimes when things are a little bit sketchy, and I use that in quotes because I'm not calling them sketchy, but it's exciting looking. And boom, coming around, and hopefully we see that 7. But there's that combination, and there's that 7.
2.
Boom.
So easy.
Almost over-rotating. Again, I meant that very complimentary, because one of my favorite riders, Mike Griffin, used to throw the most wild bar spins in trucks, and in that style, it's just when you're walking that line right there. So Varga with that 720, over-rotating a little, but able to keep it rubber side down and roll on out.
Next one, Love FISE MTP, Montpellier. Next rider again, Daniel Sandoval with a massive first run.
So we know all California BMXers, also Daniel Sandoval's girlfriend, is cheering him on.
Oh!
Whoa! Turning it up with a double bar spin out of that 360 downside tail whip. Sandoval making a statement right here. Are you kidding me?
On the camel. Oh!
Daniel qualified in 5th with good reason. On fire at the moment. Had a huge first run, as you pointed out earlier, Miguel. Whatever, the Daniel Sandoval show.
Hip. Corner riding, corner carving, side flip up the table, and this is it. Thank you very much. Daniel Sandoval. Oh, he's tired. Yeah. He's exhausted
good reason. Can we look at this?
Sunny Montpellier.
1, 2.
Oh, la 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 la.
Milliseconds.
That was really last second.
Milliseconds right there. Tires almost hitting Von Stout landing style. Just barely getting that rubber on before his hands reach
One
the grip.
more rider to go. Which bike is he going to use, ladies and gentlemen? Alex Colborn is going to be next. And we don't know which bike he's going to use, his own or Mark Webb's second bike. Daniel Sandoval is happy. Everybody in Montpellier is happy and totally stoked.
I still can't get over this crowd. I mean, this is a BMX event. Again, get here next year. Do yourself a favor. I know that there's so many BMXers that are here in the house. This is a party. And right now, talking about the party starter, Alex Colborn.
It's like when you watched Sopranos for the first time. I would love to have this feeling, being at FISE Montpellier for the first time.
Talk about getting back to his bearings. He's back on his own bicycle, so he had a pit mechanic fix the back wheel.
Oh!
The crowd is roaring for Colborn.
Here we go. Oh, huge!
Off-axis flip, bar spin with the tail whip down.
Drop.
Very good use. Colborn is in the zone.
He's flying so high right now.
Oh, throwing him twice right there. Tail tap. Going to that sub with the toothpick. Oh, it looked like he might have even jammed his foot in that tire.
He's not finished now, come on.
Up in the level of difficulty.
Colborn, you got something more to show. Yeah, he's going for the corner. Oh, ouch. Face plant, what up? He's good, what a slam. Everybody making noise for Alex Colborn, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a badass right there. Alex, you let it rip.
He did not let the bike go on this slam with ending with a face plant.
Right here. Certified badass.
Ouch. Certified totally badass.
Colborn coming
and
around.
Three whips in the 360.
I just can't believe he had that same thing with the flat tire that happened in Estonia, literally finals a month and a half ago. But we're going back to the top, and we actually have right now Mike Varga. I thought he was looking at that sub, but he might have just been getting a pointer from Catfish. A lot of riders like to check in with Catfish, see what's going on, kind of getting a little bit of tips and advice out there.
Smoke, we see some funny smoke in the water. Yeah, but it's just in the water, it's just for the party. No problems at all. Pyrotechnic.
Talk about a party. I love the fact that Montpellier embraces BMX. Even on the way down here, there were so many street riders letting it rip. And look at the fans out here. That's what we're talking about. All he has to do is just put his arms up. He's a conductor, the maestro out there, getting ready to drop it in.
And it's not a BMX audience, it's a normal audience, but they know how to do it. They've been here since 19 years. 810 transfer from Mike Varga. Up this transition, up the table. What a flight.
Good for you, Mike. Getting it done first try right there.
No, 630, no 810, 630. 540 and 90 more.
You expect me to do math up here? I'm on vacation. I'm calling the BMX action. This is a party. I'm not going to break out any calculator. Everyone's asking me to add numbers, divide, multiply. I'm just cheering on. I'm going to give it up to Mike Varga. So let's take another look. We can break it down. 360, 720,
oh, yes,
and then add another
810.
90 on. So the 810.
My first feeling was right. Best trick of Daniel Sandoval. What is this guy gonna do? Daniel Sandoval, big up to everybody watching us all over the world.
So right now, a rider, what we saw earlier, even with Brian Fox, this is the moment where a rider's really got to get in the zone. Best trick, you push yourself. It's that moment where you go, hey, what am I going to do? I'm in the ring, and I'm going against a heavyweight contender. This is like Iron Mike Tyson in the ring right now, but it's a mental one, and you got to step up to that game. And Sandoval likes to ride with his headphones on. Even though with the headphones, you could definitely feel the crowd. You could feel the electric energy.
They're so loud, you have to feel them.
But you got to get in your zone because you're going to send it, and Sandoval is known to send it ginormous and get out there and really throw. I mean, it's hard to even describe the way that Sandoval goes so big, but he likes to go huge. So right now, Sandoval dropping in, and he's going. Oh! Sandoval with a 3-hit combo right there. Looks like maybe his handlebars went up twisting, but we're going to take a look, breaking it down. 360 bar spin, tail whip, bar spin. Oh. Just going down right there. You see him catching his right arm. Looked like maybe his handlebars went up twisting.
I enjoyed this silence right now. The French stream, the English stream. What has he done? He was a bus driver. Well, I love it.
Well, the thing with Daniel as well, he could rotate both directions, kick the tail whips downside or regular, and that was a regular whip out of him. So 3 big hits, actually 4 if you include the 360. And I think a big part too, I mean, we always want to make sure the riders are okay, so you're just taking a moment right there. It's that moment of truth when they go down. And that's why even we were saying Colborn taking that hard one and
the judges. Those guys, they have a fucked up job right now.
Yeah,
that's the worst job you can have in all of France. In all of France, from north to south. The worst job you can have Sunday evening in France is judging those 12 riders.
I can tell you, though, the moment that the whistle blows at the end of the contest, you want to be partying, especially with our head judge.
They're going to get so drunk. They're going to get so drunk.
Hardcore drinking team.
Daniel Sandoval again.
Come on, Daniel.
Big up to all the US, all Mexico watching us right now in the live stream.
Come on, Daniel.
In Edge TV. Montpellier represent FISE, the biggest action sport event in the world, with Daniel Sandoval's last trick. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
No.
So much depends on that combination. That little hand on the hip. So much depends on that combination, because you see he has to get the timing of that first bar spin so proper and have it pop into his hands in order to then get that tail whip. You see him talking to AJ Anaya, one of our other riders who didn't qualify, but he's injured. Big props to AJ for stepping to the plate and even riding in the first place. But you see him, Daniel, talking a little bit about his handlebars, and maybe even off a degree or a couple of millimeters might have thrown off his first initial bar spin.
So, is Daniel out? I think he's out. Yeah, we go to Mr. Alex Colborn. Styly and clean. What is he gonna do as a last trick? Oh, Daniel Sandoval is back on the quarter. So no, Colborn. One more try for Daniel Sandoval.
Sandoval locked and loaded, coming on in. Can he do it? Yes! Sandoval.
Oh my God. Is this the best trick we had right now?
What a great moment right there.
What an image.
Big ups, Daniel Sandoval throwing it. That's got to feel great, especially when you go down. And we talked about a prize fighter going in the ring that's taking a big hit to the head, getting back up, and Sandoval throwing down 360 bar, tail whip, bar spin.
I want to see this replay right now. Come on. Come on, I want this replay.
You know, Sandoval, we talked about even before the contest started, he was pushing the limits of jumping for the last several years, and right now he's pushing his riding one more time by so much going on.
No replay. Okay, it's gonna be for later. Now we have Alex Colborn's last trick. Total BMX in the house.
Total badass. That's Colborn.
With his own bike.
What?
Oh! First try, truck, spin, foot jump, spin.
Spin, foot, spin. Bar spin, foot jam, bar spin on the sub. That is how you get it done. First try.
First try.
That's always a good feeling, especially on a tech trick, as you just reading my mind right there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now we have the best images of the last heat. What a heat. We have 12 riders. We have seen 9 of them. And coming next is going to be the 3 best riders of the weekend. So here it is. Mike Varga.
And look again, that's one of my favorite tricks of the contest. Just so consistent, the way that, again, just the transition between the two. And here's a look at Sandoval. Ah, so beautiful. You actually saw he put his feet back around the frame on that double tail whip. There is a look at Colborn. Beautiful no-hander.
And the last trick of Daniel, Varga.
And that's 7.
Almost 8-10 also.
Yeah,
over the camel. Oh, that's amazing. Daniel Sandoval.
Whatever, Daniel.
Whip to bar spin over the hip. 810 for Mike Varga. Wow. And the last trick, the best trick. Bar spin, tail whip, bar spin.
And there's that golden moment right there.
Amazing image. And the last trick, first try of Colborn. The spin foot spin, FSF.
What a cool moment holding that bike up.
Oh, we have a new leader with 93.66.
Sandoval bumping up into that top spot.
Varga second and Brock Hortman third place. Colborn hit in 4th place. Wedemeyer, first European rider in fifth. Fox, Clark, Bruce, KZ.
Wow, so Sandoval bumping up the only riders in the 90s, but almost...
No, England is Europe. Colborne is first European rider.
Well, I'm talking about his score bumping up into the 90s. But if you're going to talk about big scores and riders that could get it, we're going to be talking about Great Britain's Mark Webb. Always a huge crowd favorite
He's
out
from
here.
Great Britain. He's from Montpellier. Come on.
Yeah, but the fans out here.
He's going to be president of France. He's going to be mayor of Montpellier. Mark Webb for president. Check the hashtag, Mark Webb for president. In the next heat, we're going to have this guy, Mark Webb, oh la 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 la, Kevin Peraza, and Logan Martin. What's coming now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be BMX history. The 19 BMX Park Final of Montpellier's FISE.
And there is Logan Martin and Kevin Peraza. Logan Martin was your #1 qualifier. Logan Martin is your returning champion from last year. Kevin Peraza coming in 3rd place.
From last year and the year before.
Unbelievable. Let's see if he could three-peat out here and keep it rolling. Logan also got a 2nd yesterday in our spine event, and Mark Webb got 3rd as well. So these are very talented riders, but we're taking a look at the total BMX rider, the favorite out here.
Just listen to the crowd getting crazy right now. Just listen and enjoy Montpellier getting crazy for Mark Webb.
The roar of the crowd getting standing ovations out here.
Total BMX is in the house, on fire right now with Mr. Mark Webb.
720 bar spin to tuck no-hander. Mark Webb coming out big, keeping it going. 360, it looked like a double bar spin right there. Mark Webb 360 turn down, keeping his momentum flowing with the stylish tabletop. 720
over the tiny box. And now no-hander drop to the park, going to the corner with a roll wide, coming back, using all the park in the front flip. And a flare, followed by some corner action, the head job.
Mark Webb. Look at
yes, give me some street style in there. Mark Webb with fast tricking. Whoa. The most original use of this camel right now. Yes.
Mark Webb looking to finish out right there. Backflip fakie.
What an amount of tricks. I think no rider is able to do as many tricks as Mark Webb in one single run.
Big run right there from Mark Webb. Tuck no-hander right now. Wall tap, just trying to rack up some extra points, and a 360 tail tap over the hitching post. We saw Daniel Wiedemeyer go for that trick in his run, but Webb getting it done with the downside 360 tail whip out of a tail tap.
Whoa, I'm back.
Mentioned that hand job earlier. That was a happy ending for Mark Webb, just finishing it up right there, coming down off the camel. Big ups for Mark Webb, full run, full pull.
What has Mr. Benhenner been posting today?
Yeah,
win this and don't come back?
Well, it looks like there's
720 over this box.
Good.
That box wasn't prepared for 720s. It was just a nice box on top of this table. It wasn't a box for 720s. Next guy standing there, ladies and gentlemen, first one. What is
Kevin Peraza right there.
Peraza, Mexico lindo. Here we go, Kevin Peraza.
Big front flip. Peraza turning it up in the finals here. Shout out to Premise Skate Park cheering him on.
Superman.
Out in Tucson, Arizona, the tweets are coming in as Peraza is turning up the tricks, coming over the box jump. Big 360
table.
One of the sickest tricks of the contest, style driven. Downside tail whip on the hip. Peraza. Nice. Boom. Flare. Excellent use of carving that corner. 450 bar spin. Peraza pumping around that bowl corner, coming in with a lot of speed over that hitching post. 360 downside tail whip. almost in that decade category. On the front tire! Are you kidding? Front press, 540 down the step down. Oh my gosh,
This
Peraza.
is a 5 minutes run. What is this, ladies and gentlemen? What an energy. What an energy from Kevin Peraza.
Whoa,
Everybody make some noise for Kevin Peraza.
the Mongoose rider doing
God.
it for Vans, Monster, and fans everywhere.
And I really think the Mexican flag is his family. His mother and brother and girlfriend are here, isn't it?
Big ups, yeah. Mama P is here. Big shout out to Papa P back home. Also to David, Eddie.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Coming around. Big ups again. Premise Park watching on, but we've got our number one qualifier yet to ride. As you mentioned, he's won this event 2 times before. Looking to make it a third. About to drop in. The crowd going nuts. This is Logan Martin.
Logan Martin, Australia, representing Southern France, Montpellier. Decade 270. What a huge backflip spin.
Martin, front flip. Wow, swinging almost left and right. Peraza with that front flip, but Martin going the other direction right now. There you go, 450 tail whip. Logan is in the zone, definitely showing good tricks right there over the box jump backwards, increasing the level of difficulty. The landing is much steeper. Oh, double time! Double time, somehow keeping it together. The dream is alive. Logan Martin looking to do another first place finish run right here. Double tail whip. Tuck no-hander, Logan.
Flare whip.
Washing
to break.
Out
This is it.
Little bit, but
He's still got more coming in. A foot jam. The whip flare again did not work. This is it. Put your hands together for Mr. Logan Martin from Brisbane, Australia, please, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you also can put your hands together if you are at home, alone, watching it in front of your screen. I don't care. This deserves it. The last 3 riders, the best rider out of 150 riders at this BMX Park competition, ladies and gentlemen. We also had 150 amateur riders. And this is amazing. This is FISE. This is why we organize this event for the BMX Park final every single year since 19 years.
Wow, Logan Martin coming back, swinging fist for fist right there. Mark Webb, Kevin Peraza, and Logan Martin.
So we had the 3 last rider once. They all have 2 runs, and both runners are counting. Next one coming is Mark Webb. Yes, the Mark Webb, the next president of France. Mark Webb coming now. Double check. Mark Webb for president. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Montpellier, make some noise.
The Webby Show. Big 360 tabletop. The Mark Webb Show starting now over the box jump backwards. 360 with the bar spin right into a front flip. Landing a little bit off the back of his bike, but able to recover nicely with the bar spin drop in. 360, tail whip, tail tap, bar spin. Oh my gosh.
How do you do a bar spin when you only have 20 centimeters of space?
Talk about getting tech. Truck driver coming out. Mark
I think
Webb.
they built the camel only for Mark.
Whoa.
Every other rider is just a jump ramp.
Nice flare, very narrow transition to pull that very smooth in. Most other riders transfer when they do a flare. Webby.
900?
900.
You're joking. Come on, Mark. This is it. Make some noise for Mark Webb, ladies and gentlemen. Oof.
So Mark Webb having a few crashes right there. A little bit uncharacteristic for Mark Webb. But it's both runs that count. The entire run counts, and the judges want to factor that in. So again, Mark having a couple boggles here and there, but if you're going to talk about a great first run that was very smooth and consistent, is our next rider, Kevin Peraza.
2 more riders to go. Here we go with Kevin Peraza. Mexico and USA represent with a front flip. A huge wall ride. And coming back to the extension. Huge Superman seat grab. bar spin,
Kevin
whip.
really utilizing the course right now. Coming into the box jump. Big
this is
tweaked
so
out.
huge.
360 on look back.
Again, up with a double whip, 90 degrees. Flare whip.
So Kevin turning it up a few notches. Last time did a regular flare. How is he going to wrap up the course? This is a very important part. Nice use of that curved wall over the hitching post.
You have to break to don't go to the crowd. The run is still going on. The run is still going. Come on, Montpellier, make some noise for Kevin Peraza, Mexico representa.
Tail whip out of the wall ride. Big run for
An amazing
Kevin.
run. Kevin
Unreal.
Peraza.
Turning it up when it counts. Kevin Peraza getting the crowd support right there. And the big thing, 2 runs almost flawless. He wound up washing his tires out a little bit, but it was at the end of his run. I don't think that the judges are really going to look too unfavorably on that, especially coming with that speed. There's almost no way that you couldn't wash out a little bit like that.
He has
big
to.
ups to Kevin. Big ups. You hear the
If he doesn't
crowd
wash
going
out,
nuts.
he hits the crowd.
Yeah.
He has to. We've seen a couple of riders going directly to the crowd on this park. He had to do that.
Look at the tweak.
Oh, that's so,
Just
best trick.
full extension right there.
So beautiful.
But right now,
Last
it all
rider,
comes down to this.
last
Will
run,
he be able to do it?
Montpellier, last run, last rider. Stand up in front of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Last rider, that last run. Logan Martin, Brisbane, Australia, in Montpellier, southern France, with a bar spin 270 up and down again over the camel, bar spin, whip 360 to bar spin, front flip.
Logan Martin in that zone right now. This is what's so crucial. Every trick, every wall counts.
Ouch.
Logan, 450 bar spin.
Okay.
Coming on in. Backwards over the box jump. Tail whip 360. This is very crucial right here. He's battling Kevin Peraza. We have a backflip bar spin to tuck no-hander. Also the score to beat is Daniel Sandoval. Backflip tail whip. Logan Martin looking very solid, but will it be enough to keep it flowing?
Yes, tail whip transfer into the park again. Transfer over the hip and the flare whip. Now he nailed it. The flare whip nails. We're gonna have some tech stuff now to make points. Again, the same with the Nix up, and this is it. Make some noise, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Logan Martin from all Australia.
Wow, so Logan almost having a flawless second run, falling at the end, similar to how Kevin Peraza washed out a little bit. And the reason I say similar, 2 solid runs, action-packed every wall, but at that end, it's not as much of a hurt to your score, but it's all going to come down to the judges, because they really fired out 2 solid runs, 60 seconds apiece, and that little bit at the end, the judges know you're tired, and it's something that's not as critical as the start of your run. So honestly, right now, Miguel, this could be anybody's game, but if we're going to talk about game, we still have best trick right now, and Mark Webb has some of the biggest tricks out there.
After one and a half year of injury, this guy, Montpellier's favorite, is back on track right here in Montpellier. Some year they're gonna give him the golden keys of the city officially. I'm sure that's why we started the Mark Webb for President campaign. If you're good at Photoshop, drop some shit in the interwebs. We want to see your best Mark Webb for President campaigns. Mark Webb for President campaign in the interwebs. Hashtag FISE World, hashtag FISE Honor, hashtag Mark Webb for President with a double B. B like big. He's coming big right now, Mark Webb with the last trick. Every single one loves Mark Webb. If you met him in Montpellier, you will see every 2 meters, someone wants to have a selfie with him, wants to have him signing a shirt, some breasts, some ass. Mark Webb is everywhere in Montpellier, 5 years along. And now it's his last trick. Here we go, make some noise!
Oh, wow. I think
Flip to Willie?
I think I might know what this is about.
You don't call it. You don't call it.
I'm not going to
You
say,
don't call
but
it.
what I'm going to tell you this. Get your phone out, follow at The Webby Show, and you can look through some of Mark Webb's posts. And he has said he's been looking for a setup to try this trick. Now, I'm not going to call him out. I am not calling him out, but if it's what I think it might be, this is a jaw-dropping trick. He's done it on a setup that was a resi landing, but again, I'm not calling him out. That's not my job up here.
Listen to the crowd.
The crowd.
So, I'm not the BMX expert. I'm the big French, Spanish, German mouth that talks bullshit the whole day, so I call it. It's a backflip, tail tap, front flip. Here we go.
Oh, Webby!
No. Go back on your bike. Mark, go back on your bike right now. This is Miguel calling. Mark, you can do that.
I think everybody around the world
is calling. You can do that, Mark.
So let's take another look. Backflip, pulling the brakes, tail tap, and then having to put the momentum. Oh, and you saw so much commitment.
Up his back. Oh.
Now that box jump is a lot longer.
Listen to that. Mark Webb. So ladies and gentlemen, forget BMX, forget FISE. This is the Webby show. And it's gonna last 1 hour till he stands that.
Mark Webb. Let's see if he winds up trying to pull again. I think he's getting a little bit look under the hood, maybe a replay. So now this setup is different than if you, again, follow on Instagram at The Webby Show. This setup's different. When he was trying it, it was on a little bit of a slight step up, resi landing, and the box wasn't as long. And the challenging part about this, Miguel, the fact that the box jump is so long, he has to keep his momentum going forward, but land still with his weight back on the wheel in order to get that spring and propel forward over the handlebars. Now, granted, I'm saying what he has to do. No one else in the world has pulled this. But just from what I'm seeing by him.
You forgot your bike. Mark, you forgot your bike. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the right time to clean your chain.
So you're seeing he's trying to get some of that dust. There's a lot of dust and pollen
really
in the air.
hope you are getting money from GoPro for this, Mark. That's what, like when Luis Figo changed his Nike shoes in the middle of a soccer World Cup. Next rider coming. Next rider coming.
What?
540.
Kevin Peraza going for his best trick right there. 540 over the hitching post. That's a circle and a half. You have to land fakie. Yeah, come on. They want to hear it. Everyone around the world.
Is so cool.
We've got so many riders and different BMX companies around the world cheering on. Going circle and a half.
540. This huge.
We've got Lee Ramsdale who's watching right now as team manager.
The people out there under the park are not there right now, because if he lands that, he's gonna land directly to the audience. Peraza is ready, Webb is ready, and we still have Logan Martin. So, Peraza again. Vamos, Kevin Peraza! How we say in Spain. Here we go. 5. Oh! Kevin Peraza with a huge 540 over the Fink. Kevin Peraza, Mexico represents. Kissing it. You could lick it. Come on, Kevin, lick it. 540. How you call that thing?
It's a hitching post right there. Sub-rail. Let's take a look in slow-mo.
1.5 to fakie, perfect. And I was really sure he was hitting directly to the audience, but this perfect braking. Kevin Peraza. And the MC is shouting again. We have Lionel Cardozo and Catfish getting mad, losing their voices, getting the crowd to shout. Kevin Peraza is done. We still have Mark Webb and Logan Martin in the house. The 2 last riders standing for the last trick.
See Kevin taking a look right there.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. 540, circle and a half over that post. You got to watch your back tire that you don't clip it on the top of that 2x4. Kevin landing transition coming in.
Fakie.
So again, we've got 2 riders left for their best trick. These do not count towards your total scores as far as the competition goes, but it's a separate contest, and we got Logan Martin right now ready to strut his stuff.
Here we go. Brisbane, Australia. Logan Martin on the main box. Boom!
Logan going, it looked like a triple downside 360 tail whip. I personally have never seen that one done. A double always looks crazy. There's that last moment, that hesitation you have to see to find the pedals. But I think that Logan was going for a triple, but time will tell on his next swing out there.
Logan Martin again. Logan Martin again. What's the trick? Triple downside.
Triple downside tail whip. I believe this might be a world first. This might be a competition first. But
Ogri. Tom van de Bogga did it once, but he was drunk.
Yeah, and once. That's what we're talking about. So giving him props as well. But
Tom, if you watch us, big up.
Cheers. But right now, Logan, and again, he might be going for something different right here because he didn't get all the way around. So let's see. Logan Martin coming in, locked and loaded. The crowd roaring on their feet.
Here we go.
Logan Martin.
Boo! Only twice. Only twice. I don't know. We need the repeats. We need the repeats. Mathias, il a replaqué.
So here we go. Taking
the
a
repeats. 1, 2, twice. 1, 2. Only twice. Ah, come on, Logan. You want to win this competition. Logan Martin, if you want to win the competition, you have to do it twice. S'il te plaît. S'il te plaît, Logan Martin. Logan Martin. Allez.
I almost want to see another replay of that. It's such a hard trick to actually tell because of the fact you kick the frame one way. I don't know if we're going to have an opportunity, but anyone at home can actually rewind and check out. But we still have one more rider, and you don't want to rewind right now because we actually are going to see if Mark Webb is going to come back out on course. Again, look at the crowd. Miguel, this is the final moments here. 19th annual.
Best images. Préparez-vous si jamais Mark Webb se lance. Préparez-vous si jamais Mark Webb se lance là.
No-hander. Ryan Nyquist, the first rider to the 720 bar, and you're seeing Webb turning it up.
This front up the table directly into a flare is just amazing.
That 360 table was so tweaked out by Peraza, one of the sickest ones. And here's that 540 nose press. Very similar to the Alex Jumelin 720 front tire, one of his best tricks in the flatland competition.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so nice right there. There's
Table
Mark Webb's
360
version.
again.
Tweaking it out.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's maybe my preferred trick today. And, channel in whip to bar spin. And this is the best trick on Kevin Peraza with a 540 over the. I can't concentrate anymore. Today was too much.
That actually might have been a triple right there. Again, it's so difficult to see the way that you initially leave your bike.
We have a winner. Oh my God. Daniel Sandoval takes it. First place goes to Daniel Sandoval, Kevin Peraza, Logan Martin and Mark Webb. Fourth place, Mark Vaca and Brock Horneman. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Coleman, 7th place. Daniel Wedemeyer, 8th place. Brian Fox, Jack Lark, Nick Hebrews, and Pat Casey. What the hell was going on in here?
Unbelievable right here. 19th annual FISE. The energy of the crowd. I can't even believe what we just witnessed. 12 of the world's best riders swinging it out in the ring, left and right, battling it. Unbelievable riding, Miguel. I can't even believe the 540 over the hitching post. Mark Webb bringing out his showing. Alex Colborn, just an unbelievable event out here.
Daryl, were you prepared to see this?
No, I was not. To be honest with you, look at the crowd right there. You've got to be kidding me. This is a BMX contest. Everyone here is an educated BMX fan in the house that knows what's up. Look at the energy. And you know what? The contest we just witnessed is a direct reflection. The riding was top-notch.
So this is it, your first FISE. Are you gonna write something about it somewhere in the webs?
I'm hooked. Forget.
Okay, I have a real serious question for you, Daryl now. What do you do next year, 4th till 8th of May 2016?
No brainer. Right here, Montpellier, France. You are here to party, to be here for the 20th anniversary edition. Again, if you are anywhere on the planet, be here next year. This event is unlike any other BMX party or action sports party I've ever been to. You just witnessed the riding that was top-notch, but the parties, the festival, the nightlife, everything here, even the street. So if you're not going to enter the contest, come here to Montpellier, bring your friends, bring your crews, meet new people here as well. The energy, I can't even put into words. You can't even express visually or even auditory of how good it is here with the parties and the atmosphere. And that riding was so top-notch.
We had 12 of the best riders in the world for this BMX final. Every year at FISE, since 19 years, we close the event with BMX Park Final. And we had an amazing show, and we have the prize givings right now in the park, but we're gonna show you some of the highlights, ladies and gentlemen. We had, just to call them, they were in final 2019. Jack Clark, Daniel Wedemeyer, Nick Bruce, Brian Fox, Pat Casey, Brock Horneman, Mike Varga, Daniel Sandoval, Alex Corbon, Mark Webb, Kevin Peraza, and Logan Martin on this final. And at the end, for the first time I think, Daniel Sandoval took it. So now we have the prize givings. On the third place, Logan Martin. On the second place, coming right now. No, on the second place, we have Kevin Peraza. We have double Mexican stuff here. Double Mexico Lindo. And the winner, second place, Kevin Peraza. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's his first time at FISE winner on top of the podium.
Yes.
Daniel Sandoval.
Big ups, Daniel, making California proud. I'm talking about Corona, California in particular.
Coronas.
Bringing the win right here back to the U.S. Big ups, Daniel. Shout out to his girl back at home who I know is cheering, going crazy right now at the screen. We've got fans around the world, so we're taking a look. Unbelievable. There, your top
don't
5.
Forget the 4th place.
Mark Webb.
The 4th place and the 5th place. Mark Pletz and Mike Varga.
Varga making Canada proud as well.
What a final. What a BMX final, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing. Everybody's standing up. More than 500,000 people coming to Montpellier.
Wow, what an event. Over 150 pros. We cut the pack down to 12 for our finals.
Best images of 1 week of FISE.
I'm here with the big winner of this amazing final. I mean, the level was completely insane. We saw really crazy stuff today. You ended up on top of the podium after a year of not being with us here in Montpellier. How does it feel to be back up?
It feels great, you know, like I missed last year because it was like really close to the day with X Games, so like I couldn't pass that up, but I'm so stoked to be out here back in Montpellier. FISE, this is just an amazing event.
And so what did it take for you to get on top of the podium? What did you go for?
I pretty much went all or nothing, like I tried to land every hard trick possible and just stayed on my bike and just kept being consistent.
And we're gonna see you in Chengdu, China.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be at every FISE stop this year.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Congrats. Yeah.
Wow, so there you had it. Daniel Sandoval.
We are here again, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This was amazing. We have now a short break, and we are trying to take as many riders and people as we can on those two, you call it the couch?
Yeah, you could call it a couch,
Okay.
a chair, you could call
on our
it
lounge,
the party seat.
on our solarium, on our studio. We are, stay tuned. We are trying to get as many people as we can. Daniel Sandoval, Mark Webb is gonna be here. We are getting them all right here, right now in the studio to say goodbye to the World Wide Web. So stay tuned, please. We're coming back in 1 minute as soon as those guys come back to us.
Arrêtez tout, les nouveaux forfaits Virgin Mobile sont arrivés. Vous voulez avoir plus de data que la reine de la data? Vous pouvez. Oh, vous voulez partir, revenir, repartir? Vous pouvez. Vous voulez de l'illimité jusqu'à l'infini? Mais carrément, j'osais même pas vous le proposer. Vous voulez crier le monde est plus beau à seulement 15 €? Vous pouvez. Vous voulez surfer sur un cheval blanc? Là c'est chaud quand même. Non mais sérieux, avec le nouveau forfait Virgin Mobile à 15 € par mois sans engagement, si vous voulez, vous pouvez. Vous pouvez aussi appeler le 1005 ou nous retrouver en boutique.
Kevin, I watched you ride the whole time here, and one thing that really struck me is how much fun you look like they're having on your bike. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is why we ride BMX. This is why we come to FISE, because no stress, nothing, just fun, you know. And that's why we're all out here, to be honest. But yeah, nothing but fun for me, I think.
And I mean, it must help to have like your family and your girlfriend with you cheering, with your flag and everything.
Yeah, always. It's amazing, you know. Coming from Tucson, Arizona, but having a Mexican background, always representing all the Latin riders and everything. So, my dad, David, Victor, and Eddie back home. My girlfriend's here with my mom and my aunt. So it's cool. They're here on family vacation, but they're here to support me as well. So can't thank God enough for having me out here and everything. So blessed to come out on top 3. So I'm psyched. You know, it's good.
Cool. Well, we're super stoked to see you on top 3 as well, and we'll see you in Chengdu, China, I guess.
Yes, for sure. And if not, then I'll be back here in Montpellier next year for FISE.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
Thank you.
Cheers. Oh yeah, one more thing. We will see you guys on set in just a few minutes. No? I missed that one. I had something else. Désolé.